Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaken, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. There's always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb.
The struggles I'm facing,
Struggles I'm facing, taking.
sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know,
But these are the moments
that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going.
and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb.
There's always gonna be another mountain.
I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Keep the faith, 'cause it's all about the climb.
before I went to the hospital. So you can see, I see Minnesota West every day when I go to work. For the last 22 years, I've lived across the street, right on the other side of the softball diamonds. So Minnesota West has been a big part. The kids grew up playing across the street on the yard here or on the baseball diamonds. So there's been a lot of things going on. And you can tell in the bio that Rebecca read that I'm very involved in the community. And it wasn't that I came out of school thinking I'm going to be involved. It's something that just happened. And I really want you to listen to this because there's so much can be gained by giving back to the community. And it's not by being busy all the time. I know all of us like our spare time. I'm the first one to say I want to be out on the golf course. I want to be riding the bike or something like that. But it's very fulfilling from a volunteerism standpoint. But also, there's a few points in here where if you're not careful, it's probably going to help your career too. Granted, looks great on the resume, but where you get to is the people that you meet as you're going through some of these groups or becoming associated with, you never know where they're going to come back to help you out at a later date. And also some of the skills you're going to achieve by working with some of these committees. Through the years, I've done a lot of sports. I've played fast pitch softball after high school. I played baseball, played basketball. And as I was playing basketball at the Y, you get a good group of kids. Or guys at that time, it was play at noon and you go back to work. Now, granted, there are times I went back through the emergency room to get a broken nose fixed twice and a few things like that. But one of the people I met there was a person by the name of Dave Gehan. And he was a hospital administrator at the time. And all of a sudden, about a year after we'd been playing, he came up to me and said, "Bruce, let's go out for lunch." I said, "Oh, yeah, sounds good." Well, what happened was, since I got to know Dave playing basketball, his CFO left at the hospital. And he goes, "Bruce, I've known you for a year. I think you'd fit in real well with our management team. You interested in coming to the hospital?" Thought about it for a little bit, and I said, "Sure, that's great." Maybe I still would have gotten it if you applied through the paper, but playing with them and seeing them and getting to know them probably gave me a leg up on the other candidates who were out there. So there's a nice little piece that happened there. The other thing, as you work on things, one of the things that's been near and dear to my heart has been the Wild Turkey Shootout in town. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that. It's a basketball tournament that's for the kids. It's third grade through freshman. It's been going on for about 30 years. I've really got involved after playing with that group at noon. They need gym captains, and at that point I was young enough and naive enough that said, "Sure, I'll ref too." But as I got older, I knew the reffing was not what it cracked up to be. But I actually was in charge of it for 10 years. And then the last 4 years, a person by the name of Nicholas Ramo has run it. Actually, he's the same age as my son, graduate of Minnesota West again. There we go back to the Minnesota West connection. He's taken it and ran it. Two individuals that graduated from Minnesota West, Craig Carlson, who I mentioned before, and Bob Springman, actually were instrumental in starting this 30 years ago as they were part of the Sport and Rec Committee of the Chamber of Commerce. And they were looking at events to bring people to town. At that point in time, besides the Tri-State tournament in Sioux Falls, this was the only tournament around. It brought in 105, 110 teams to Worthington. In fact, at the time, we didn't have enough gyms, so the Round Lake gyms, the Brewster gyms, and some of the gyms outside of town were used. And when you think of 100 teams and you've got 10 players per team, plus the parents, grandparents, and brothers and sisters that are coming, it was a great way for Worthington to sell itself, make some dollars, sell some gas. So it was very good. And then, little story, when I ran for 10 years, you're always running around gym to gym, making sure everything's working well. So you got to see a lot of people, but you also had to deal with some issues, whether there was coaches or fans or anything like that. And the story out here at Minnesota West was, I think it was Justin Heckenleibel was out here and Mike Fury. And the freshmen always played out here. And it was always kind of fun to see the freshmen play because they thought they were in great shape. And if you know anything about basketball, there's about 15 feet either side of the court that's a little bit longer. So besides the referees getting tired, the players were getting tired at the end. But we had a coach from Iowa. He got 2 technicals in the game. So second technical, he's booted out of the gym, but we did everything according to Minnesota State high school rules. Mike's smiling over there already. But anyway, in Minnesota high school rules, if you get 2 technicals and kicked out from the gym, you can't coach your next game. So I got a call from Mike Fury, and he said, Bruce, we got a coach you got to talk to. And I said, sure, I'll be right out. So we're standing out by the concession stand where it was before, and I go, okay, Mike, where's he at? Let's go talk to him. And he goes, he's right there. About 6'6", blonde, like that. I go, okay, let's go, Mike. He goes, no, I'll stay right here by the phone in case I have to dial 911. Thanks, Mike. But you have the experiences like that. You meet people. There are coaches. I still go back through and I help out the Wild Turkey Shootout. You see people, and you make a lot of connections. And the other connection we made was with Justin Heckenleibel and Mike again. But one of the things is they were looking, the beginning of each year, they'd have basketball teams want to play in a tournament. And they'd always end up going out of town. And they would rather have stayed in town to play in their own tournament and then make some dollars for the program. So came up with the idea, why not run a tournament, but they needed somebody to fund it. So what we did, Justin and Mike and I got together, and we got Sanford Health to fund it, along with the Sport and Rec Committee from the Chamber. Great idea, because the teams that came in stayed in town, brought some fans to the stands, and gave the 2 teams, the women and the men, a home tournament, a chance to make some money for when they travel. It has worked out really well over the years. I think at least 10 years that's been going on, maybe a little bit more. So, you look at that, I challenge each of you graduates, become invested or become involved in whatever community you reside. It doesn't matter what, but I challenge you to become involved. It could be in a sports league, playing golf, you're going to meet people. It could be in a church organization, youth group. One of the things I was early in my career was very, very active in the Optimist Club. And the Optimist Club has done things for kids. And the fulfillment you get out of some of that is unbelievable. At the time, I didn't think nothing of it because a lot of my friends were in it, and I thought it was a good way to spend a night. But when you see the kids and you give away things and you have a football, punt, pass, and kick, volleyball skills or anything like that, it's fun. It really is. And before you know it, you're starting to like it, and you're getting some of your other friends involved, and pretty soon you got a great organization. There's other organizations out there, the Kiwanis, the Elks, any of those things, they're fun. You make some friends, you make new contacts, so you never know how it's going to be associated. And the other thing is the local Chamber of Commerce or civic organizations. There's the Wild Turkey Shootout like I talked about. There's coaching, whether it be in your local YMCA programs. All the local YMCA programs here has youth volleyball, baseball, basketball. Getting out and helping. All of us have probably had somebody in our lives that has volunteered some organization for us. And, the best feeling you get is when somebody comes up to you, look you in the eye and say, hey, thanks, I had a great time. Or if you've been coaching one of the kids, they come back and afterwards say, hey, we may not have always agreed, but you had the respect as a kid. And sometimes they need that examples being set. So I challenge each of you to do it. And some of the positives you're going to gain by that participation is, number one, I said it's fun. You meet people. You never know the connections you're going to make. One of the connections I have right now, the CEO of Sanford Health, who is from South Dakota, but he played at Augie. And he was another one of those guards that never met a shot he didn't like. But come to talking, the grad assistant when he played at Augie was Justin Heckenleibel. So there's been some comments back and forth between myself and Nate White on Justin and vice versa. So you never know when that, like I said, Minnesota West connection helps again. It helps you expand your knowledge and your horizons. There's stuff that you're going to be looking at as you volunteer for these organizations like you never knew what was going on before. So I think that helps. You're going to see how the dynamics work in a group. As you get in a group, it's very interesting. You can tell who the leaders are, who bullies his way to get his or her way all the time, the negotiations of going through and setting some things up. And you're also going to gain some leadership skills. But the one thing you've got to be careful when it comes to volunteerism is everybody's out there. They're going to ask you. If you're not careful, you're going to go into burnout mode, and you're not going to want to do anything. So you got to be very careful. You got to learn to say the word no. Pick what you want to do, and then do a good job of it. But that leads me into my last topic, that I want to talk to you a little bit about leadership. I think it's very important because each of you, by choosing to extend your education, have become leaders. You're putting yourself into leadership positions. So what does that mean? There's leaders. All of us know there's vocal leadership, yelling encouragement like that, or you're leading by example. You're the first one to work. You show by working hard, setting an example by your personal behavior. But really, what does it take? What's that extra step that it takes to be a good leader? Good leaders evaluate themselves in a positive manner. They look at their strengths, see what works, but they also have to overcome their weaknesses. Believe it or not, as a kid I was pretty shy. I really didn't like to talk. Now, I think the standing joke is, please don't give him a microphone. He'll be up there all night. But you got to look at, when we have teams together in Sanford Health, we started as an organization called Sioux Valley. It was just in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Then we got a merger with Merit Care out of Fargo. Okay, two cultures to bring together. From an accounting standpoint, from my standpoint, we created two networks, and then we combined both networks. Each of them had a way of doing something that we had to combine. Then we merged with Bismarck, and we merged with Bemidji. So when you look at it, we had 4 different cultures to bring together within 4 years. It's not easy because everybody's used to doing everything their own way. So you've got, how do you go about bringing some of that? The key to my success is you surround yourself with good people. One of the comments that I read in the Minneapolis Tribune was from Tom Thibodeau, the new Timberwolf coach. He said, good leaders are successful by recognizing and utilizing the talents of others. And he went on to say, great coaches, and picking out his assistant coaches, are the tools that make a head coach successful. It's not about me. No coach, no player can do this by himself. It's about the team. Now, the other thing, when you're looking at picking the people around you, everybody has had personality tests, whether Myers-Briggs or whatever else. I mean, ESTJ for whoever has taken that before. So, I'm kind of, I won't say a cold-hearted banker, but I'm in the perfect role in accounting where I'm supposed to be. But what I want to do is, I don't want to surround myself by everybody like me. The last thing you want to do is have all the yes people. If you're looking at getting things accomplished, you need a lot of different viewpoints. And I don't want everybody that looks at the problem or the situation that we're dealing with the same way. I need some different viewpoints, somebody to challenge me of what I'm doing. And that's the other thing. Don't be afraid to speak up in a group. The other thing that we do is called the 360 evaluation. I talked a little bit about before is a leader has to play to his strengths but know his weaknesses. I look at using my people that I work with to evaluate me. What do I do right? What do I do wrong? Or what can I improve on? Maybe that's a better point. So we get that feedback, and you're in constant motion of changing how you're doing. I'm not the same person I was when I was here 9 years ago at Worthington. Things have changed. You get situations you become accustomed to, and you learn from it. One of the things about leadership is good leaders give sincere compliments. I mean, it's one of the most effective motivational methods in existence. I'm going to give you a little example. This last year, my finance team between Fargo and Sioux Falls, we've had a tendency, a lot of turnover, which is good and bad. The turnover has been a result of we picked the right people and they've gone to other places in the organization and have done well and moved up. But what it's left me with is my director of finance and one of my managers are the only ones that's got any experience. The rest of them, as we ran into this year's budget season, I had 3 individuals less than a year's experience. I mean, very good people from public accounting, lots of knowledge, but from the standpoint of what we do at Sanford and from healthcare, still had a lot to learn. Then my manager came down with ovarian cancer last November. So really, she was out for a long time and was part-time. She's just coming back to work right now. But we went through our busiest time with understaffed and having inexperienced people. Yeah, it was difficult. My wife's sitting out in the crowd. She's nodding her head like this. Bruce wasn't crabby at all, was he? But anyway, we got done with it, and I was thinking, what can I do for the staff? They did a great job. They're working weekends. They're working 10-hour days or more, and it worked. Well, one of the first things we did was I complimented the crew, of course, but what we decided to do is let's take everybody up for a day at Cities. We went to a Twins game. I know, at that time it seemed like a good idea, but it was the third game of the season, or their third home game, so there was still some hope at that time. But we had a great time. I've got some letters back from each of the individuals. Great team experience, team bonding experience. They loved it. So just remember, compliment your staff that's with you. Compliment the people around you. Few thoughts to end here. Don't forget your roots. You know, whether it be the Midwest, whether it be Minnesota West, don't forget those. You go any place else outside of the Midwest, the work ethic that's instilled within the Midwest is not taken for granted. In fact, it's highly held on the coast. And you will get hired, and you will represent us well. But in order to succeed, you must know what you're doing and like what you're doing and believe in what you do, and you got to do it well. Because the more you do, you're going to get paid to do it, but eventually, by doing it well, you're going to get paid better. And that's one of the things for what you do. You're going to get paid well for what you do. You may not start out that way, but the hard work, the enthusiasm, and doing what you like will get you where you need to be. Last point, quote from John Wooden, basketball coach for UCLA. Your work ethic and abilities may get you to the top, but it's your character that keeps you there. So be more concerned with your character than your reputation. Your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think you are. So be true to yourself, to your values, and you'll be successful. Thank you, and best of luck to all of you.
Thank you, Bruce, and I assure you I have no memory of those trailers that he was talking about. In addition to our graduates on our commencement events, we celebrate our own staff people and faculty who have gained new achievements through the year. And so I'd ask Marissa Martin and Dr. Kayla Westra to come forward, please. While they're coming, I want to mention Mitz Deemer, who was an administrative assistant for 38 years at Minnesota West, who retired this spring. And we want to wish her the best in her journey ahead. She's not able to be with her tonight. I'm going to ask Dr. Galswick to come up and give me some help here. Marissa Martin received her master's in nursing from the University of Phoenix this past year, and so she's receiving her hood. Dr. Kayla Westra is our Director of IT Services and many other things here. And she received her educational doctorate from Mankato, Minnesota State University, Mankato. In addition, T.D. Hostika received his MS in Behavior and Mental Health from Harold Abel School of Counseling in the past year. This time I'd like the faculty, staff, and administration, retired faculty of Minnesota West to stand. All. turn toward the students, please. Students, without these people, your journey here at Minnesota West would not be complete. Students, please join me in applause to these people who have contributed to your success. Faculty may be seated. I would like to honor our students that are veterans of the military. We honor them with red, white, and blue cords. You may see some of those on the students as they receive their diplomas tonight. Please stand to be recognized if you are a veteran. You can remain standing while any guests, faculty, staff, administration that are veterans, please stand to be appreciated for your service. If you're a veteran, please stand. Thank you. On your programs, those students who are graduating with honors or high honors are so noted. I commend all of these students on their outstanding performance. Students who are members of the National Honor Society, Phi Theta Kappa, are also indicated. Candidates will be recognized by their name, their degree or certificate, and course of study as they come onto the stage to receive their degrees. Reading names and degrees or certificates and course of study will be Tammy Nyans from Admissions. President Galswick, it is my privilege to present to you the 2016 candidates for graduation. Each has satisfactorily completed the requirements for the course of study, and all are recommended for graduation by the faculty and the administration of Minnesota West Community and Technical College, Worthington campus. Will the first row of students please come forward? Mike will direct you.
Hold on. Jesse Korselman, Associate in Applied Science in Agriculture Production. Go ahead. Joseph S. Voss, Diploma in Production Agriculture. Ryan Basma, Diploma in Production Agriculture. Hallie Aman, Associate in Applied Science in Agriculture Business Marketing. Christopher Dean Basma, Diploma in Production Agriculture. Ned Knobloch, Diploma in Production Agriculture. Okay, Mitch, go ahead. Mitch Prouty, Diploma in Production Agriculture. Austin Hyenga, Associate in Science in Agriculture. Nathan Michael Adrian, Associate in Science in Agriculture Business, Associate in Science in Business Management, High Honors. Okay, Nicole, go ahead. Nicole Phillip, Associate in Science in Agriculture Production, Associate in Applied Science in Agriculture Business Management, High Honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Sean E. Streed, Associate in Science and Business Management with Computer Emphasis. Go right ahead. Melanie Cleland, Diploma in Administrative Assistant, Honors. Brooklyn Odell, Associate in Arts in Liberal Arts and Science. Dustin Harold, Associate in Arts in Liberal Arts and Science. Landon Joseph Allers, Associate in Arts in Liberal Arts and Sciences, High Honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Yolanda Salas, Associate in Applied Science and Law Enforcement. Go ahead. Nathan Holden, Associate in Applied Science and Law Enforcement. Savio. Go ahead, Lucky. Lucky Savio, Associate in Applied Science and Law Enforcement, Honors. Sonia Peters, Associate in Applied Science in Law Enforcement. Go ahead. Megan Westrom, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences, Honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Panda Heston, Certificate in Phlebotomy, High Honors. Gracia Maldonado, Diploma in Medical Assistant. Okay, go ahead. Amanda Arroyo, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences, Associate in Applied Science and Medical Assistant. Kellen Ariana Cano, Associate in Applied Science and Computer Specialist. Amber Lynn Gugesberg, Associate in Applied Science and Medical Administrative Secretary, Diploma in Medical Coding Specialist, Diploma in Medical Secretary. Tyler Anthony Blees, Associate in Applied Science and Industrial Technology, Honors. Okay, go ahead. Abdifata Noor, Associate in Applied Science and Business Management, Certificate in Management, Certificate in Accounting. It is. Victoria. Victoria Sell, Diploma in Administrative Assistant. Michelle Bernardi, Associate in Arts in Liberal Arts and Science. Araceli Jimenez, Associate in Arts in Liberal Arts and Sciences. Go ahead. Elizabeth Mendez Ochoa, Associate in Arts in Liberal Arts and Sciences, High Honors. Wonderful. Go right ahead. Ashley Marie Cass, Associate in Arts in Liberal Arts and Sciences, High Honors. Marlon Gonzalez, Associate in Arts in Liberal Arts and Sciences. Yep. Go right ahead. Shelby Lynn Kingery, Associate in Arts in Liberal Arts and Sciences. Go right ahead. Nicole Lynn Madison, Associate in Arts in Liberal Arts and Sciences. Samuel C. Hackbarth, Associate in Science and Liberal Arts and Sciences, Honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Go right ahead. Nathan Byers, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Narissa? Yep. Taylor? Yep. Awesome. Go right ahead. Narissa Taylor Gran, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Tessa Denise Mendez, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences, High Honors. Deanna Maria Ayala, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Rashad Diego Yelverton, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Tavon, go ahead. Tavon Gibbs, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. DeAndre L. Pennington, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Corey Jamal Anderson, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Alexandra Eileen Schultz, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Joel Lee Fixon, Associate in Science and Business Management, High Honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Go ahead, Rashana. Rashana Kluver, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Cody Allen Honus, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Johanna Flores Andrada, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Victoria Ann Gerton, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Tyler James Patterson, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Sure can. Wesley Lara, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Brian Anthony Garcia, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences, Honors. Clark Hine? Okay, Clark, go ahead. Clark Hine, Diploma in Production Agriculture. Rachel Evans, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Go ahead, Rebecca. Rebecca Aaron Kazemba, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences, High Honors. Go right ahead, Alicia. Alicia Engstrom, Diploma in Practical Nursing. Cindy Gravenhoff, Diploma in Practical Nursing.
Leah will help you.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead. Julia Vong Pajan, Diploma in Practical Nursing. Okay, Leah. Leah Palm, Diploma in Practical Nursing. Okay, right up. Alex Ochingi, Diploma in Practical Nursing. Okay, right here. Miriam Ogente, Diploma in Practical Nursing. Cyrus Tome Nayakundi, Diploma in Practical Nursing. Sarah Ebers, Associate in Science in Nursing, high honors. Ricky Lee Jensen, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences, Associate in Science in Nursing. Hannah Bosma, Associate in Science in Nursing, Phi Theta Kappa. Go right ahead. Brooke Wobig, Associate in Science in Nursing. Go right ahead. Rebecca Katie Johnson, Associate in Science in Nursing, high honors. Chantel Softly, Associate in Science in Nursing. Audrey Temple, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences, Associate in Science in Nursing, high honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Crystalee Castaneda, Associate in Science in Nursing. Okay, go right ahead, Leslie. Leslie Miranda, Associate in Science in Nursing. Okay, go right ahead. Sarah Vorvik, Associate in Science in Nursing. Sarah Stewart, Associate in Science in Nursing, Phi Theta Kappa. Charles J. Olson, Associate in Applied Science and Computer Specialist, Certificate in Application Specialist, and Certificate in Technology Workplace Ready. Owaro Julu, Diploma in Community Health Worker, awarded by Northwest Technical College in partnership with Minnesota West Community and Technical College. Go ahead, Jesus. Jesus Vega, Diploma in Community Health Worker, awarded by Northwest Technical College in partnership with Minnesota West Community and Technical College. Tess Shane, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Awesome, go right ahead. Janie Tepelad, Associate in Science and Business Management. Chelsea May Lingbeck, Diploma in Practical Nursing. Beatrice Batista, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences. Mary Andbet Engadaw, Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences.
Now that you just sat down, please rise, graduating class. It is my privilege to present to you the 2016 Minnesota West Community and Technical College Worthington Campus graduating class. One more thing. Please stand. By the authority vested in me by the state of Minnesota and the Board of Trustees of the Minnesota State Colleges and Universities, it is my pleasure to confer upon you with the appropriate associate's degrees, diplomas, or certificates with all the rights and privileges thereof. Students, change your tassels if you haven't already done so. Once again, the graduating class of 2016.
This concludes our graduation ceremonies. I ask the audience to remain seated until all the graduates have processed out. You're all invited to make your way over to the reception in the Commons, which is in the building just to our east. Thank you, and congratulations to our graduates.